Storing rice and beans in your prepper pantry for emergency preparedness? What if I told you that there was a better way to have emergency meals available? Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen Jones of JenJonesCoaching.com, and I help ambitious moms thrive at home with health, wealth, prepping, and homesteading. So today we're going to be making an emergency preparedness meal, and it is going to be a chicken salad, all right? So this is kind of a spin-off of some of the, restaurant styles chicken salad. So let's get going. Whether you're a busy mom, a prepper, just getting started in your preparedness journey, then you're gonna love this recipe. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna be making a chicken salad today. It's one of my absolute favorites. So we're going to start with a half a cup of mayonnaise. Actually, I'm gonna do a quarter cup because I'm gonna cut this recipe in half. All right, so one thing I love about dollar stores, you can get these little bitty containers. So this would be great, like if you had a big, a family of 4, but I only am going to do, like I said, I'm going to do a quarter a cup. And so let's get that scooped out into our dish. And this is a take off of, some of the restaurants make a chicken salad that has grapes and pecans in it. So that's what I'm taking this spin off of. So there is a quarter cup of our mayonnaise. All right. Now, if you wanted to make a full recipe, it would take your little container of your sour cream, but I'm just doing a small batch. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some sour cream. All right. And this is from powder, so freeze dried. Okay. So I need a quarter cup of water with a half a cup of powder. So let's get that out of our road. And then we're going to do half a cup of powder. So let's get that in here. And then we're going to refresh this and let it set. Well, I need to use a spoon here to get that out to make that a little easier on myself, right? We don't want to make things any harder than it is. All right, so there we go. We got our half a cup of powder. Let's get that out of our road. And then we're going to hydrate that, refresh that with the half of amount with water. So we got a half a cup of powder, and then we are going to do a quarter a cup of water. So I'm going to grab that now. So, and I'm just going to use what I use for the sour cream, or excuse me, for the mayonnaise, so that I can get the flavor of the mayonnaise. So to me, it's always about getting all of the extra that you possibly can when you're doing things. So like when I'm doing meals in a jar, I like to rinse them out so that I get everything that I need out of it. So I'm going to mix this up. All right, so this is now refreshing itself. So I got that all stirred together. All right, so let's set that aside. So next we're going to start refreshing our chicken. So this is chicken dices, and if you want to know what food I use, I will drop that all down in the description down below. All right, so I'm going to use 1 cup here. I have enough here. All right, there we go. Put that in there, and then we are going to refresh that. So I'm just going to add, you don't need a whole lot of water, but I'm going to get some in here and start hydrating, refreshing is what we call it, back up. So I'm going to give that a stir here. Okay, so I got the water in there, so I'm just stirring that up to start to get that, refreshing it back up. So with freeze-dried food, it doesn't change its size, it doesn't change its nutrients. In fact, this is healthier for us than actually fresh produce at the store, believe it or not, because by the time we get our fresh fruits and vegetables, they have traveled many miles, and by the time we get them, you've probably likely lost, half of your nutrients out of it. All right. So then we need to put in some salt and pepper, and you can do it for whatever flavor really that you like it. But I'm going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So let me grab those here and open them up. So I have an 8 here, so I'm going to do 2 of these, right? 1, 2, and then grab the pepper and do the same with that. Okay. And again, same thing here, a 1/4, but I have an 1/8 in my hand, so we got that. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I have got dehydrated celery. Now, when things are dehydrated, they become pretty concentrated. And so it calls for like a 1/2 cup of celery. And so I'm going to put a little water in this to get it refreshed as well. Now, this celery is going to be a lot stronger than freeze-dried, so I kind of cut back on that a little bit. So I'm going to get some water in that and start letting that rehydrate itself as well, okay? And then we are going to put in a 1/2 cup of grapes. Oh my gosh, these are freeze-dried, okay? And you can see them in there. They're halves, all right? These are good just to throw in your mouth and eat the way they are, but we're gonna refresh them. So let me get that going here. All right, and I need my 1/2 cup. So let me grab it, and here we go with it. I love these collapsible measuring cups because they take up so much less room. I love all of the freeze-dried fruits, just to even munch on them without even refreshing them. They're so yummy. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of water. You can even just like spray them with water to refresh them. I don't have a spray bottle, so I'm just gonna give them a little bit of water here, and I'm gonna just stir those up, let them get coated in their water. All right, okay. And then if you want, you can also put in pecans. I'm not one for having nuts in my chicken salad, okay? But if you want to, you sure can. And then I'm also, these are freeze-dried onions. No crying, no cutting, and freeze-dried food stays the size that they are cut into. So I love how these are so small. And I am not a huge onion lover, but I love a little bit. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that onion in here with my celery. That's refreshing. I'm gonna give that just a smidge more water so that it all hydrates well together. Okay, so now we have all of our ingredients. Everything is then refreshing, rehydrating. And so I'm gonna let these set, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like as we start to mix everything in. Okay, now our ingredients are starting to get softened up. Grapes take actually about 45 minutes to completely refresh. But what's really great about this is you can mix it together, and then let it set in your refrigerator and flavor. So let's start putting this together. All right, so here is our chicken. It is been all refreshed. All right, so get that in there. Okay, and then our grapes, like I said, these grapes are so awesome just to eat, just hard, and they're really not all that hard, but they're so yummy. All right, so I'm going to start stirring this together, getting it moistened up. Okay, and then I'm going to add in the other ingredients here. So let's get in our celery and our onion. Okay, get that all put in there. Now again, it'll take a little bit also for the celery to get itself completely reconstituted. Get that all stirred in. And with this, it looks like it's a little bit liquidy, but that's on purpose because everything still needs to hydrate. All right, and then our sour cream. All right, and let's get that all whipped together here. Okay, and it will start to thicken up. as well. And then you can add in some lemon juice as well, like, you know, half a tablespoon. But I've got True Lemon. It is, it's lemon, and I absolutely love this, especially like when we go camping, because I don't have to have a big bottle of lemon in, and this tastes like this is just lemon, all right? So I'm gonna open this up, and 1 packet equals about like a wedge of lemon. So I'm gonna sprinkle that in there. Okay, there we go. Get that in, and let's stir that up. Start to smell everything working together. All right, and I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we have let this set. Now let's give this a try. So you can put this on a croissant, you can put it on bread. I'm actually going to do a cracker here. So got grape, chicken, celery. All right, so let's give this a taste test here. All right, here we go. That is so good. The longer this sets in your refrigerator, the better it's going to taste, all right? Now, you can adjust your flavorings, of course, if you want more salt, more pepper, more lemon, like whatever it is that you want. You can certainly adapt it to your taste. This is such an easy recipe, all right? So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to do that. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. So that's it for today. So be sure to tune in next week for another helpful video, and check out those videos that are popping up.